Hi, welcome to today's review of the Hitway BK15. So I'll let you have a look around the bike before we start reviewing it. It's a bit of a beast, I have to say. And the customer has put the mudguard on the wrong way, so that should be at the back. So let's have a look. Well, I'll tell you what, before we have a look, let's go through what Hitway say. So you get a 250 watt motor at the back, you get a 48 volt battery, which is all the electrics are IP54 waterproof, you get an integrated front light, LCD display, that'll do 15.5 miles per hour in EU spec. It'll climb 25 degrees. It's got steel frame and massive 26 by 4 inch tyres. These retail for, and I will just check because I was looking a second ago, if it is retail for, I'll put it on the screen. So let's have a look at the frame. So it's a steel frame. There's no replaceable hanger. There are mounts for racks. Obviously it's got the mud guards. The battery is detachable. And with the frame set, you obviously get these Hitway forks, which are extremely basic. So the components, obviously there's a lot to talk about here. So this frame bag isn't included, but you get rubber grips, you get the LCD controller and display. You get alloy stem, you get alloy handlebar, sorry no, you get steel handlebar, you get 7-speed trigger shifter, you get these enormous wheels and tyres, just to give you a perspective. These are 26 by 4 inch and they're puncture resistant apparently. You obviously get this battery, you get a no-name chain set, you get a galvanized steel chain, you get 7 gears, you get disc brakes, which are, there's no name on those, so I don't know what make they are. You get your motor at the back, you get a suspension seat post, and you get this sort of sprung gel saddle, which is really good, I have to say. You also get a stand. You get steel pedals and you get a lighting system at the front. The brake levers are plastic. So in terms of the electrical spec, it's quite good. In terms of the bicycle spec, not so much. Okay. The build, let's have a look at how well this has been built. So the frame has to accommodate this huge wheel. So you want the welds here to be good because these are thin little tubes on the stays, I have to say. And the welds are passable. They're a bit untidy up here. But altogether the bike seems straight. There's not a lot of bracing on the bottom bracket, I have to say. I don't know how long this would last doing proper off-roading because they're so wide, the stays. So the build quality is pretty good. Whether the design is for off-road, I don't know. The look. So it definitely turns heads. The massive wheels and tyres. That looks like a much more expensive bike, I have to say. the look of it, I think it looks really good. I think it looks really good. Value for money. So I think these are about 800 quid. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, these are 799.99 currently, which for an electric fat wheel mountain bike is really good value, but there are some downsides and I'm going to tell you about them now. So the suspension forks aren't great, and to replace those for good ones is going to be expensive. It's got a steel frame and this thing weighs a ton. So the range is about 28 to 50 miles. You wouldn't want to run the battery down because pedaling this is going to be hard work, really hard work. However, saying that, if you run it with if you keep within the range, I think these are probably quite useful. So my shop is by the coast, and I see myself riding this along the beach with those big tyres. However, you wouldn't want to run out of battery because it is very, very, very heavy. Would I buy one? 800 quid? Yeah, I think it's good value. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.